News broke a few days ago that owners will allow players to play flag football in the 2028 Olympics. Now, this has some fans excited, but it has some other people not so excited. Listen to this. So, Darrell Doucette III, the USA flag football quarterback, had this to say about NFL players participating in flag football in the 2028 Olympics. This is a sport that we've played for a long time, and we feel like we are the best at it, and we don't need other guys. We feel like we work hard to get this sport to where it's at. When the NFL guys spoke about it, it felt like we were getting kicked to the side. I feel like I was the guy who could speak out for my brothers that's been working hard to get to this level, for us not to be forgotten. Darrell Doucette said that. That's via the Washington Post. Now, initially, when this was brought up, I think last year, about NFL guys playing flag football in the 2028 Olympics, I made a video. I was like, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think owners will allow it to happen. And turns out I'm wrong. Now, it's still, if I read the ESPN article correctly a few days ago when the news dropped, they still have to, get things ironed out with the Olympics itself, and then I think the NFLPA. So we'll see what the end result is. So maybe it may be some restrictions on how many guys can be sent, or who knows. But I don't think all the details are ironed out yet. So we'll have to wait and see. But my initial reaction was like, I don't think the US, I don't think NFL teams will send, players to play during the Olympics. And looking back, I know hindsight is always 2020. It's like, man, the NFL is about making money and being visible. I should have knew that if it was an opportunity, especially when it comes to something prestigious like an Olympic medal, that the NFL would jump all over it. So that's that. So if I had the same mindset that I have right now, looking back, I would have definitely thought the NFL would send guys. Now, who they will send is another question. Like, are you sending superstars? If we're talking Olympics, wouldn't this, run into training camp, or maybe take a few weeks out of training camp? I don't know how the schedule will be, but that's a question, man. And then you got this guy, not this guy, but I'm not saying that bad way, but Darrell Doucette III, who has been playing flag football at a high level. Is like, man, we've been doing this for a while now, man. We've elevated the sport. We've kind of taken it to where it's at right now. So let us compete. Let us, go out there and represent the country, and trying to win gold. So I definitely see his side. But when it comes to sports, it's the ultimate, competition. Like, who you want to send the best. It's just a matter of who is going to be sent out there for from these NFL teams. Like, if you're sending Patrick Mahomes, or Lamar Jackson, let's just use that for example. I don't know if they will go or not, but say they were sent, and then you got to battle it out with Doucette the third. And I'm not trying to downplay his abilities. I'm sure he's a great player. Me personally, I haven't watched any of like the local or maybe international games that flag football has played in whatever leagues, but I haven't watched it. I just haven't. But if you're comparing, these star QBs to a Darrell Doucette, then I think the committee is going to go with the star NFL QB. And for a guy who's worked his tail off, I'm assuming Doucette has. He's taken, he's kind of taken aback by that. Like, let the guys who've kind of built the sport up, let them go out and play. But again, I just don't know, man. Who will these owners actually? I know they voted, they agreed to send guys over. Not send guys over, but they have allowed players to play in the Olympics. But who are these guys going to be? Are we talking superstars? Like, are we literally talking? I just don't see it, man. I could be wrong, and it's like, say they do send a superstar over there. The main thing for me is the injury risk and training camp. I know you can get injured doing anything, right? You can get injured training. You can get injured during the off season. You can get injured during training camp, whatever. But say, man, you send a star player over there and they get injured out for the season, or they miss they got to miss a few weeks because they got injured during flag football. That's going to sound kind of crazy, man. I know you can compare it to the NBA. Like the NBA sends guys over all the time, and they run the risk of getting injured. But I think it's a little different when you got an 82 game season, to heal from versus a, was it 17 games now? 17 game season, right? It's like, man, you got less time to heal up. So I don't know who will be sent over, and you can bank that these other countries are going to be playing hard. Like, I know their talent may not match up with a Justin Jefferson, a Jamar Chase. You know, NFL guys are free athletes, free, talented dudes, right? But those other guys still gonna be playing hard. I don't know. It's just a lot of questions I have. I think Doucette has. I see where he's coming from, but we know in sports is like the best man wins. Well, that's what it's supposed to be like, right? The best man wins. So when it comes to competing for a roster spot or competing for a starting job, so we'll just have to wait and see, man. In the comments, let me know your thoughts. Do you think Darrell Doucette III has a point of feeling slighted that these NFL guys could potentially be, taking jobs or taking spots from, these flag football guys who've been playing for a long time? Um, and do you think, and my question for me, do you think NFL teams will be sending over, their star players to play in the 2028 Olympics? In the comments, let me know.